as if worried that my presence was a diversionary tactic so that an accomplice could snatch away his salami on pumpernickel. I looked around the small, dismal room. The only other living creature in the waiting area of the Trumbull police station was an inert basset hound curled up in front of a smoky, pot-bellied stove. From within the stove came the muffled hiss of a fire struggling to ward off the spring morning chill. It was a losing struggle, and the odor of burning soft coal did nothing to improve the room's atmosphere. Turning back to the sergeant, who had the expression of the hound and the shape of the stove, I again tried to force the newspaper on him. After a slow sip from his coffee mug, he took the paper and cautiously drew it close to his broad, baleful face. Squinting, Phelan scrutinized the front page like it was a gold certificate of an unfamiliarly large denomination. First, the masthead and the date. Tuesday, April 13th, 1920. Then the major headlines. Pickford Fairbanks honeymoon delayed. Palmer blames primary loss on Detroit radicals. Railroad strike paralyzing commerce. Near the bottom, I said. Phelan appeared annoyed at the interruption. He probably wanted to linger on the story about Mary Pickford possibly being a bigamist. But he directed his eyes below the fold and began to read how I'd shot and killed a Bolshevik. After a minute, he paused to peer up at me. "You're Rawlings?" This, too, I'd already told him. "Yes," I said with diminishing patience. "Mickey Rawlings. I play for the Tigers." "Then why ain't you with the team? Season opener's in Chicago tomorrow, ain't it?" I held out my right forearm and drew back my coat sleeve to show him the bandages. "Busted wrist," I explained, then said yet again, "I didn't kill Emmett Seaver." "Sure you did. It says so." He poked a chubby forefinger at the newsprint. "Right there." For a police officer, Sergeant Phelan had a peculiar notion of what constituted evidence. "I don't care what it says. It's wrong, and I want it corrected." "Then go see the editor or somebody." "Read the story. It's the police who are claiming I did it. That's why I'm here." Phelan grunted and calmly resumed reading. "He got shot in Fraternity Hall, eh?" I was tempted to respond, "No, he got shot in the chest." Instead, I said, "Yeah, Fraternity Hall." "Oh, here, look." Phelan turned the paper for me to see and pointed to the final paragraph of the article. "It's being called self-defense. You're not being charged with nothing. Hell, the story makes you out to be some kind of a hero for getting rid of that red. So what's the problem?" "Would you want to be accused of killing somebody if you didn't do it?" He pondered a moment. "Well, I don't expect that would bother me as much as if I did kill somebody and the papers printed it." The basset hound stirred long enough to issue a loud yawn. Phelan promptly echoed the dog. Resisting an impulse to shake him alert, I said, "There was a cop at the hall last night. He talked to me after it happened. Akins, his name was. Detective Akins. Is he here? Can I see him?" "Don't know no Akins." Phelan folded the journal and slid it back to me. "You better try headquarters." "Where's that?" I hadn't been in Detroit long enough to know where police headquarters was. The only reason I knew about this station was because it was across the street from the Tigers ballpark. "Bates and Farmer. About a block from Cadillac Square. Can't miss it." He reached for a sandwich and lifted it to his mouth. Apparently, as far as Sergeant Phelan was concerned, I was now headquarters problem and didn't warrant any more of his time. "Thanks." I grabbed the newspaper, tucked it under my arm, and turned to leave. Through a mouthful of food, Phelan mumbled, "Still don't see why you're so worried. What's the worst that can happen?" When I stepped outside the station house, an icy breeze struck my face. It felt like I was pressing my cheek against that cold window pane. An eastbound Michigan Avenue streetcar approached, its bell clanging and its wheels squealing as it crossed.